Hebrews 13:8 says this: Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. All of us have been lied to. All of us have been betrayed and have had our trust broken. It's happened before, and if you keep on living, it's going to happen again. And you may wonder, why does this happen? There's only one logical answer for that. We as humans are not perfect. We try our best to keep our word, fulfill our promises, and to be trustworthy. But at some point, all of us will drop the ball. Whether it's missing a deadline at work or breaking a promise to a friend, we'll all inevitably break trust in our relationships. Experiencing broken trust is painful not only in the short term, but it's also damaging in the long run. There's actually extensive neuroscience research about the impact broken trust has on our brains, our bodies, and our relationships. Listen to me. Our brains are wired to trust others, and when we trust, we release oxytocins, which scientists have called the love chemical. The release of this chemical in our brain causes us to increase trust, so that the more experiences we have with positive trust, the more willing we are to trust others. However, the opposite is also true. When someone breaks our trust, it stimulates the part of the brain that produces fear, making it even more difficult to trust in the future. So when it comes to trusting God, we're often tempted to project past experiences with imperfect humans onto our current experiences with a perfect God. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this morning why it's difficult for you to trust God. Maybe it's because a parent or authority figure hurt you, or maybe it's difficult for you to trust God because something awful happened in your life and it seems like God didn't answer your prayer to stop it. And listen, while the pain of these experiences are real, it doesn't change the truth about who God is. God is the only one who is completely trustworthy. Let's take a look at what scripture tells us why we can put our trust in God. Number one, God never changes. Unlike us, we change our mind at any time. God would never change his mind about his love for you or his good plans for you. He is consistent and his love is constant. Next, he never leaves us or forsakes us. There is nothing you can do to make God turn away from you. God's presence is with us always, and no matter what happens to us, God will be with us through it all. And finally, God is always working for our good. Even when we experience pain in this life, God can create beauty from ashes. He specializes in restoration and redemption, and he can give purpose to our pain. Think about that. No matter how many times other people have let you down, God never will. God will never leave you, and God is worthy of your trust. That's good news this morning. Today, I encourage you to take some time to pray and identify any area in your life where you aren't fully trusting God. Then surrender those things to him. You might even write it down in your journal and continue to pray and continue to put it before God. But the one thing that I want to tell you today is that if you can't trust anybody, you can guarantee it's a check you can cash at the bank that God is trustworthy. The Bible tells us that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that means that God will not change. That if God made a promise, then God will fulfill that promise. If God said it, you can make sure, I promise you, you can believe it. Think about that today. God is trustworthy. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Be blessed.